Hi, I'm Joel Friedlander from thebookdesigner.com, and I'm here with my second video question and answer with the book designer. I decided to do something a little different this week. Last week I talked to you live. Today I have a question that really needs more graphics to explain, so I've made up this little slideshow, and I'm going to explain a question that I get asked all the time, and that is, how does print on demand really work? And a lot of people have a hard time figuring out how all these pieces fit together, and I don't blame them. It's not surprising because it can be a little complicated the first time you run into it. So, with that in mind, let's get started. Okay, first we need to meet our cast of characters. First up, we've got the author who's written the book, and then we also have another player involved, and that's a print-on-demand supplier. Now, keep in mind, this could be any one of many, many different companies, from somebody huge like Lightning Source, the division of Ingram, or CreateSpace, the division of Amazon, to Lulu, or any of a number of other print-on-demand suppliers. They all offer pretty much the same service, although there are differences between the companies. Then we've got the retailers here represented by Amazon, which is the biggest online retailer, but there are many others. And then, of course, there's your buyer, a key person in the book business. Now, the whole process starts when you've got your book is finished, you want to put it up for sale on the internet, you want to get it on Amazon, barnesandnoble.com, and all the other retail establishments. So you have your book finished, your manuscript's done, you've had it formatted, you have a cover, you've got your ISBN, your barcode, everything is done. You're ready to go to press. So you pick a print-on-demand supplier, and that supplier is going to fill any orders that come to it from retailers. Now, the next thing that happens is your print-on-demand supplier is going to let people know that this book is out there, and if they want to get a copy of it, they can go to the print-on-demand supplier and order a copy. So they have to let the retailers know, and the way they do that is by using your ISBN. And here you'll see I've represented your book by the ISBN embedded in a barcode. And for selling books retail, by and large, you do need an ISBN, and this is why. Everything is keyed off that ISBN, which is like the stock number for your book. So they send it out, and all the retailers wake up and say, hey, there's a new book out there. It's from XYZ POD supplier. It's written by you, and we're going to list it on our website in case somebody wants to order it. Now, the retailers display that book on their virtual shelves. You're going to get a page at Amazon. You're going to get a page at Barnes & Noble. If Borders is still in business, you're probably going to get a page there. And this, in effect, is your book distribution. This is what the print-on-demand distribution provides. It provides a way for all of these retailers to get your book. That is the distribution that it's involved in print-on-demand distribution. Now, of course, it's your job as the publisher, and particularly as a self-publisher, to make sure people, that is book buyers, know about your book. They know where it is, how to find it, and you're going to drive traffic to those retailers. Okay, so here comes a book buyer. They look at your book, you got a gorgeous cover, looks great, you got some great blurbs. They say, you know what, I'm going to buy that book. They drop the book in their cart. Now that action sets off the whole print-on-demand process. The order goes from the retailer to your print-on-demand supplier. There they get the order and they put it into their automated process, and also runs off the ISBN, which is used as a inventory code for both the cover and the interior. They run it through their zippy print-on-demand printing equipment, and a book pops out at the other end. Now, they send that book back to the retailer who ordered it, and of course the retailer might be bundling it up with other things you've ordered, or packing it, shipping it. In other words, they do what's called the order fulfillment. So the book goes back to the retailer, and the retailer then ships the book to the printer, to the book buyer. That's the end of the buying cycle. I hope that buyer is going to love your book. So the buyer ordered the book was printed, shipped, and everything is fine. But wait a minute, there's something missing from this picture, and that is the money. Who gets paid? How does the money work? You know what? The only way to really understand this is I'm going to go through the whole process again, but this time we're going to follow the money. Now, when you chose your print-on-demand supplier, when you set up your account there, you also set up a money account. Now, that account can be charged by your printer if you order proofs or you order books that they ship to you. And your print-on-demand supplier is also going to pay into that account when you sell your books. So in order to figure out how much money is going to be made by each of the parties involved in our print-on-demand situation, we have to know a couple of things. For one thing, let's say that the book's retail price is $10. Your retail price is probably going to be higher, but I'm going to say $10. And let's say it costs $3 to print that book. Now, when you set up your account, you also set up a discount. I'm going to say that you set up a 20% discount because you're a pretty smart self-publisher and you know you don't have to give up any more than necessary. Now, the retailer, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, whoever it is, they can actually sell that book for anything they want. We can't control what they sell it for. The retailer is completely in control of the retail price. As manufacturers, we publishers, we're in charge of the wholesale price. The wholesale price is what the retailer has to pay to get your book from your print-on-demand supplier. And in this case, we're going to see that when your book is sold, you're going to get $8 sent to your print-on-demand supplier. Why? The retailer sends the order to your print-on-demand supplier, and they have to send money to pay for it. So in this example, we have $10 retail price. We subtract 20% discount. So the book costs the retailer $8. They have to buy the book for $8. So they can sell it for whatever they want. In my example, they're selling it for $9 because they're discounting the price of your book. But they could sell it for $12 or $3 or $200. We have no control over that. I hope you're following along, but if you're not, you can always replay this. Now that order, as we saw, goes to your print-on-demand supplier. The retailer sends the order for the book. They also send the $8 because without the $8, they're not going to get the book. Then the print-on-demand supplier, they print the book. They've gotten the $8, so they deduct the $3 it costs to print your book. They take what's left. In this case, it's $5, and they drop it into your account. So what happened? How did all those players, the 4 players we saw, the characters in this little play, end up? Well, the buyer got the book, and she paid $9, which is the price the retailer asked. The retailer ended up with $1. It charged the buyer $9 and paid your print-on-demand supplier $8 to get the book. So there was a difference of $1. That's their profit. Your print-on-demand supplier took $3, as we recall, and their profit is calculated in that $3. That's up to them. We end up with $5. And of course, it's sent automatically to you by your print-on-demand supplier. Now, if you think about this whole process for a minute, you'll see exactly why print-on-demand rocks. It is just awesome for self-publishers. Think about it. Every book that's printed is paid for before it's ever manufactured. We never have to lay out money in advance. The whole process, once your book is set up and listed everywhere and everything's fine, it goes automatically. We don't have to do anything. You can go to the beach, and if people are buying your book, money is dropping to your account all the time. Not only that, as the publisher, you're making a huge amount of money per book. You're getting $5 on this $10 book. That's a 50% profit. That's incredible. You know, if you publish this book with a traditional publisher, you'd probably, if you were lucky, make about 75 cents off that sale. Now $5 is a lot better. Not only that, print on demand, because it's digital and we're only printing one book at a time, it's very easy to make corrections to your product or to repackage the content. So that's how print on demand works. I've just shown you how all of these pieces fit together, and then we went back and looked at how the money flows through the system. I'm about to come out with some new versions of my quick and easy guides for self-publishers, by the way, and one of them is about print-on-demand publishing, where I go into all these calculations in a lot more detail. And I have another one on book distribution and discounts, so you're going to watch for those. They'll be coming up in the next few weeks, and I'll have them as downloadable PDFs and also as Kindle ebooks. So anyway, this is Joel Friedlander from The Book Designer. I hope you'll stop by the blog again and learn some more about publishing, book design, and the indie publishing life.